Even with the sprinkles and the mist outside the television city, we were able to keep the old Vickery 8000 tower cam spot free today. Every now and then, while we've got a mist going on, we get a little round that'll come through. Put Highway 69, just a miniature little downpour for just a couple seconds, and it moves right through. That's kind of been what we've had all day long throughout the 4 states. Starting to pick up a little bit here as it makes its way out of eastern southwest Missouri toward the Ozarks. The heaviest rain has really been right along the Kansas-Oklahoma state line, tastes down to the south of us, and headed down toward Ponca City. And on the backside of it, as it made a little easterly push and then a southerly dive, this is also a little bit welcome because out to the west, breaking up around Wichita, and that's where our morning rain was coming from, and really up to the north should be done for the day. And now we'll start to let that cloud cover begin to recede. Now we talked about our precipitation accumulation numbers. This is that area that I was talking about that slowly grew down there. They got about 3-4 inches in that small little pocket. Now, fully aware that you probably had some drizzle in your area, but just because it doesn't pop up on the blue, what that means, it just qualifies as trace amounts, not actually measurable precipitation. You got to get a little bit more than 1/10 of an inch to actually show up here on the map. And so we were just in between that, about 1/10 and 1/4. Did pick up some out here right when it started early this morning. It got about 3 to 4/10 of an inch. But that's been about the extent of it. And that's why at the Weather Almanac from Joplin Regional Airport, while they have had light rain, like I said, it just qualifies as trace amounts. It actually doesn't bump our yearly precipitation numbers or our monthly precipitation numbers up, at least for the time being. Of course, we got a little bit to go here, a couple more hours, it'll linger, so we may see as much as 1/10 of an inch. Our temperatures have been stagnant all day long. Mercury just didn't want to budge. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because actually it's quite pleasant when you walk outside right now. This is the system that we are in the midst of. This is a separate one right here that actually moved up from the Gulf. Remember, our system started off the coast of Los Angeles earlier this week, and so we've been able to follow that. Did a good job staying organized, and while didn't ever put down any lightning, never caused any watches or warnings along the entire path over the Rockies and toward us, not too bad that it could stay together that long. Eventually everything going to head off toward the Mississippi. You can see a little warm swath right there that runs through the Big Sky country, and that'll actually help us when we get into Saturday and Sunday. As far as what we're looking at for our day planner, we're going to have temperatures that are just going to hover in the 50s for the rest of the day. A little bit of sunshine just before we get into the Friday evening routine, and then what we'll see for tomorrow are going to be temperatures all the way up into the 60s. See that right there? It's never a good thing when I look at that clock and it's not ticking. Ah, look at that, there we go. Oh my. It's, yeah, it's all right, we got it. I tell you what, will you flip over to Max 2 for me, Nathan? And we'll go ahead and wrap this up. I got an idea about how we're going to do it. The SKYWATCH Storm Tracker showing us what we've got here for the rest of the day. And then I will magically do this. Watch this. Glory of technology when you deal with hay slip. We'll make this happen, folks. You can't escape me, 7-day forecast. Then we'll be looking at some thunderstorm activity that wants to pop up there on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but that's not until next week. So get out and enjoy a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Tanya?
All right. Sounds like it's going to be a great weekend. We can't complain there. All right. Thanks, Michael.